All right, everyone. Hope you're having a great day today. I just realized last night that we just passed 15,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's a big win. So thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So hold up. I guess I'm going to watch an ad really quickly. All right, so here's what we're going to do. All right, so let's try that again. So normally I'm going live for our Blues Academy. So right now what I want to do is just for everybody, show you a little quick tip for today. So we've been working on Blueberry Hill and we have a PDF for it, but I'm just going to show you. I don't think you need the PDF to get this, but here's the thing. When you're playing bass lines, a lot of the time you get this feel, it's like this, 2 and 3 and da 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 da. And sometimes that feels really loose and you're wondering, well, how in the world am I supposed to get that feel and lock it up with something in the right hand? So what I want to do is take out the mystery of learning how to play these type of bass lines. So with this academy, we're working on Blueberry Hill. I just mentioned that, and that has this particular bass line, except we do it in B flat. But I want to show you this particular bass line in C. So we're going to do C and the octave. And here's what you have to do, not just for this bass line, for a lot of different bass lines, is you want to count in triplets. So 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. And you would think that you just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then, which that could work too if you have a natural feel for things. But when you start adding the right hand along with it, it can really get kind of loose and not really well defined. And for some people, rhythm is a challenge. I think for all of us, it can be a challenge, but if you break it down and understand how rhythm works to a grid, you can really make it feel good and sound good, and you'll feel confident doing this. So here's what we're going to do is I'm just going to basically break down this bass line, show you how to count it, and then you'll be on your own to actually work on counting out loud. So I would encourage everybody, even out loud, just to practice 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then, or 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. To me, that sounds a little busy. I like 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and, or you can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and whatever works for you. So for me, I'm just going to do 1 and then because that's the way I've always done it. So for my left hand, I'm doing a C octave, 1 and then, and notice that the first beat, 1 and then, is by itself, like no problem at all. 1 and then 2 and then. Notice on my second beat, I have 2 and then. And guys, I see we have 3 people watching. Again, this is just a little quick 10-minute pop-up lesson, but if you would, make sure you like this video. Lets me know that you're engaged, and then if you want to, you can say hello in the chat. That's always nice too. So 1 and then 2 and then. Notice that on 2 and then, it's on the beginning of the beat, 2 and then the last part of the beat gets the triplet. The last part of the triplet, 1 and then 2 and then. And that's the way I practice this kind of thing. Normally, I would have my metronome every time, but because I just got my new configuration with my Ableton setup, there's a slight delay and some latency going on, so that's why I'm not going to turn that on now. But I want you guys to practice with the metronome. So 1 and then 2 and then. Notice that I'm really focusing on these 2 beats, 1 and then 2 and then. And that 2 and then gets the first beat of the second note, 1, 2 and then. So the first and the third. All right, now what happens on the third beat? 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. Once again, the third beat has the first beat of the triplet and the third beat, 3 and then. All right, so let me work on that, put it all together. So if I just practice 3 and then, 3 and then. So now I'm going to do those 3 beats. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. Let's do that again. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. All right, all we have now is the last beat, 4 and then. And notice that there is a beat on every single one. 4 and then, 4 and then, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 2 and then 3, and then 4, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then. And let's talk about fingering. So for my left hand, my third finger, you can slide off the minor third to major third, 4 and then, or you can do 4 and then with 4, 3, 2, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2. And I would like to know which fingering you like better, but for me, I used to do 4, 3, 2, 2 and 3. But when I started playing a lot of Ray Charles stuff, I just started doing, it just feels more natural to actually slide off. And several of our members said that they liked that fingering. And I said, well, let me just go ahead and try that. So I've gotten used to sliding my third finger, kind of what we call a down home fingering, 3 and then, so 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1. And so if you're playing a basic blues, you're gonna do 3 chords, C, F, and G. So you would do the same exact thing on F. Octave, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2. And notice that it's the same exact shape, just starting on a different place, but it's still a slide from the minor third to the major third. Okay, when you get to the 5 chord, you can do the same thing for G. So G octave, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1, 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. Let's go back to C, and I'm going to give you one more thing to go with this, and then we'll wrap this short lesson up. So 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. So I want everybody practicing saying that out loud and practicing getting that triplet feel. You can even do that with your right hand. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3. And then on the next video, we're going to do a short video of how to lock that particular pattern up with the right hand. So I will do that this weekend. But for today, what I want to do is go and play. So we have a C triad, 1, 3, 5 with the C major scale, and then you have a root. A first inversion would be the third note on the bottom, the fifth, and the root on top. And then a second inversion triad, we have the fifth of C, the root of C, and the third. My favorite inversion is the second inversion triad. So we have this right here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then kind of that old school dance feel. 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. You can even go up here. Whatever kind of effect you're wanting to do. Let's say we'll do it right here for the sake of the ease of this video and putting it together so you can see it. If I did this, 1 and then. Okay, notice that all 3 triplets, they started together, 1 and then. And then we have with my thumb, 1 and then 2 and then. Okay, so the same rule applies, 1 and then 2 and then. But my right hand is never going to stop once I get it going. 1 and then 2 and then. But I'm still going to practice those, isolate those beats. 1 and then 2 and then. 1 and then 2 and then. All right, now let's look at the third beat. 3 and then. Remember that the second note gets the first and the third beat, and so does the third beat. 3 and then. The first note of the triplet and the third beat. 3 and then. So let me put this together. The 3 beats very, very slowly. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. Let's do it a couple more times and then we'll put the last part and we'll be done. Here we go. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. All right, the last beat, all we have to do is go minor third, 4 and then. Notice it's every part of the beat gets a hit. So 4 and then, 4 and then, 4 and then. You can do 3 3 2 or 4 3 2, 4 3 2. I would like you to put in the comments which fingering you like better. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1. 3 and then 4 and then. Now, if you're having trouble with that, what I want to encourage you to do is to do what I did at the beginning, is break each beat down. 1 and then. Okay, that's pretty easy by itself. It starts together, 1 and then. Beat 2, 1 and then 2 and then. So that's a great section to practice. 1 and then 2 and then. I'm doing it a little faster right now since we're wrapping up this video. 1 and the third. Now let's add the third beat. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then. Okay, work on that for a while. Let's do the last beat. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. That hopefully will take out the mystery of playing the triplet feel on the blues, and to really get you playing in that sort of Blueberry Hill kind of feel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And thank you so much for your support on my channel of us getting to 15,000. And if anybody's actually watching this at the end, what I would love for you to do is comment in the channel, if you can do that, or on another video of something over the course of all the years I've been doing iMusic Academy. Let me know something that has helped you along the way. And at 15,000, we're still just getting started, but thank you so much for all of your support, and I hope you have a great day. See you in the